Well, hey there, Leslie here. Well, today we're going to talk about, is the Rolex really making a comeback? Well, I'm here to tell you that the Rolex, for those of you who don't know, um, I would say no, it's not making a comeback. What the Rolodex was just a circular file. That was one version that had little cards stuck in it, and it was alphabetized, and it had, A through Z cards, and you could just stick cards in between. There was for keeping track of your contacts. And then we also had something else called the tickler file, believe it or not, where we would set up deadlines and put little cards with the deadline on it and put it in, say, if we had a deadline in the legal field that we had to file something, we would put it in the month of February, if it was due February 5th, and have that in there so that we could see upcoming deadlines for that date. So it worked very well for really any field, beside not just legal field. And the Rolodex was fantastic as well. But times change, and with the advent of computers, the software was developed where you could put in your contacts in there. And might be attorneys, might be people at the court that you contact directly, and important phone numbers for people, direct lines to them personally, their cell phone numbers, that type of thing. And maybe you would even put information on there, attorney bar numbers, that type of thing, under an attorney's name. So we kept a lot of information on that Rolodex, but when the computers came into being, then a new software was developed. We were able to, for instance, in something like Outlook, they have a contact area, and you can put all your contact information in there, and you can sort it, you can print it out if you want. It's fantastic. But the problem is, with everything on the computer, when there is a power outage and you cannot get on the computer, you are just pretty sunk. You're sitting there twiddling your thumbs at your desk, waiting for the power to come back on, or the hard drive crashes in your computer. And now, because computers there's a server in the workplace, and then all you have to do, and everything is on the server, and all you have to do is hook up a new computer and get going. That can be done sometimes in a short amount of time. However, when you are up against it, when it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and your attorney was supposed to do something, and you were going to remind him, and now you can't remember what it was, and you don't have your information in front of you because it's all on the computer. Well, my recommendation for maybe the calendar month is to print it out. Certain things you should print out, and maybe, if it's feasible, a listing of all the contacts that you have on the system, if that's feasible, to print out a copy once a month as a backup. That whatever it is that you're keeping on there, you're tracking your to-do list, is on the computer, right? You've got to print it out. And I would do that once a week. And why do I say this? Well, because it's not that this happens all the time, but the first week on the job, my computer that I was put in front of was terrible. And it was old, and the hard drive was terrible. They should have just trashed it, but they gave it to me. And one day it crashed 8 times. It just would not stay up. It was older, and I think they had installed software on it that it couldn't handle. The system didn't have enough space to house everything. So they ended up, they had the repairman there, that first week, probably 3 or 4 times. So it made no sense to spend that money on somebody trying to clear out do a defrag of the hard drive and all that technical stuff when it was past its prime. And they finally got a new computer, put it there. I couldn't work that first week because of that. So I did other things that would keep me busy. So if that goes down like that, and you were getting ready to contact somebody at the court for your attorney, and now you don't have the phone number, I know you can call. It used to be where we could call information and find that stuff out, but you need to have that in front of you. Yes, you can use your phone, but only to a certain degree. You're not going to have that on your phone like your to-do list or some sensitive information about a client. That's not appropriate. That's unethical. But my recommendation is well, I don't see the Rolodex coming back. I think the solution is always to just print out a just line by line list of all the contacts. And if it's once a month and then you date it and you trash, that copy when you print out another one, then do that. But think about when you get on the job and those systems you have to track everything. How will you protect yourself and the attorney from making a mistake if your computer goes out? And it's just Murphy's Law is that it's probably going to happen. I've gone into law firms where the attorneys were not backing up their computer systems to save money. They didn't do things like that, and they just didn't want to hire somebody to do that. Now that's very rare, and also attorneys weren't networking their computers together so that we could all share the information. The information was separate, believe it or not. So now that has changed drastically. That shouldn't be happening now in any workplace. Everything should be networked together so that everybody shares the files and there's none of that. But that's how it was years ago in the beginning, okay? So remember, protect yourself, protect your attorney, protect the client so that you can keep operating to some degree while they're fixing everything, okay? That's it for today. Don't forget that the Paralegal Inner Circle class is launching on the 15th. So get ready for that. Okay, don't miss out. If you're a beginner paralegal, you're looking at this career for the first time, you're really contemplating getting into it, you're coming from a different type of career, or you're in school right now, you're getting towards the end of school, and you're feeling unprepared, as many people have told me, then come take my class, okay? You'll learn from a veteran paralegal. You can go take it, watch the class videos whenever you have time. You can watch them at 2 in the morning. Whenever you have time, you can watch those videos, and we'll have a private Facebook group where you can ask questions if you want. You don't have to go there, but I highly recommend it just to be, that's a resource for you. If you have questions, you can post them there. At least you have a place where you can do that, okay? So there are 30 plus videos in that class, a PDF book of Legal Break-In, my first book, a PDF book that I'm working on this week and finishing up called Paralegal Career Secrets Black Book, a workbook to help you go through the class. And when you get that workbook, you'll see that there's a section for cover letters, and that where you can write down some information and how you're developing your cover letter. The cover letter module is not included in this launch, okay? So remember that. There's special pricing on this particular launch, on this class, because it's the 4th anniversary of my first YouTube video, okay? And I want to celebrate and have a deep discount on this class for that reason, and that's the only time I'll be offering it. So have a great day. I'm going to post the link to the class, to the information. You can't sign up till the 15th and beyond, but I'll post a link below in the description box to that page where you can read more about the class, all right? So have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.